the man deserves a victory lap as long as he wants to take it, and albeit for Jurgen to hold a good show.
Yeah, it's funny actually because that's what even like as we were watching it like with Angie, I actually mentioned it to her. I mean, Bickler, you work retail, so you can kind of like probably relate to this. I mean, I ran, before I'm doing, like my own business thing. I was like in retail forever. I ran like a Menard store. It's very stressful. Like not only the hours, but you're in charge of 200 people, and we were in the city and stuff like that. There's a lot going on, and it was very stressful. And towards the end, I hated it with a passion. Just like overall, just the stress levels and everything like that. I was like done with it. But there are a lot of enjoyable parts of the job, like as a manager, like the leader of men thing, you're in charge of 20 people, you're building careers, you hire this guy as part-time, next thing you know he's like a store manager over here making like 6 digits and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff. As I watched him, I was telling Angie, I'm like, hey, looks like once I knew I was leaving, like I was like gonna leave in like a month and a half, exactly what Gal was saying, I was gonna be leaving. So I didn't even put in my 2 weeks yet, but up here I'm more, as Kramer would say, I'm already gone, and I knew like I was going to leave. And I really started to enjoy the enjoyable parts a lot more. It feels like when the stress is there, even those little moments that you would enjoy, you kind of like, being in charge on the responsibility, you're thinking of the next obstacle and stuff like that. And maybe you don't stop and enjoy. Like if I went back now, I would enjoy certain things a lot more because I realized their value afterwards. To me, because everybody was getting excited that like, hey, maybe if he has this much fun, he'll stay. But I think he's having this much fun because he's leaving.
Oh, for sure. And I think for anyone who lives their job, right? Like you really live your job. You're so tied to your work stress and anxiety about your future. If you're not worried about your future, you can enjoy the present, right? And I think that's like essentially what we're seeing, right? Like he doesn't have to worry about what this looks like next year. He doesn't have to worry about like the conversation with Mo in the summer. He doesn't have to like those things. Like he is like going to get to spend time with his family. He's going to get to see his grandkids. He's going to get to do all the things that he wanted to do when he wanted to take a break. And, like, I think when you're not worried about that, you can step back, and I think you get a different perspective of things too. So I think, like you get a more holistic view of it. And I think he's probably just really enjoying looking back at the journey, thinking about when he came and he was losing glasses because we were coming back against mighty Norwich. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like and where this side is now, like it's an incredible journey that he's taken all of us on. And I think I'm glad for him that he gets a moment to actually have perspective on it without being in it, right? Being in the fire.